Everyone, my name is Sydney Modaff, and today I'd like to discuss muted group theory in media. Today, I'd like to use examples in media that focus on how people with disabilities adapt to society to be heard. But first, some background. As we've learned, a muted group includes people belonging to a low power group who must change their language when communicating publicly. To be heard, typically these people follow one of three communication routes. Some use a combination of these routes. These routes are assimilation, separation, and accommodation. So first, we will look at assimilation. Assimilation is adopting the dominant communication style. Now, we will watch a clip from Parenthood. In this scene, Max, who's on the autism spectrum, learns to apologize.
Impose on the Congress and on the American people.
What did he do? Details aren't really important, but what do you think he was feeling? Sad. Yes. Okay, so why do you think he was feeling sad? Because he's saying I'm sorry. Yes, that's true, but what about his face, or what about his eyes? What are they doing? Well, his eyes are facing down. Yes, his eyes are facing down. Very good. He's saying down. Right. Okay. So what else? Like, is he smiling, or? No, he's not smiling. Not smiling, okay? And his voice, it sounded real low. Like this. And he wasn't very loud. Yes! Great. These are good notes. You ready to try one? Yes. Jabbar, I'm very sorry for hitting you. Okay, your eyes. Jabbar, I'm very sorry for hitting you. And your voice. Jabbar, I'm very sorry for hitting you. Max, that was so good. Oh my gosh. Okay, now I want another. Okay.
As we can see, Max mocks the social cues to learn to apologize. This skill is necessary to become a functional member of today's society, and Max assimilates to match these necessary skills. Next, we will move on to separation. Separation is alleviating communication with the dominant co-culture. We will watch a clip from Wonder. This movie follows the story of Augie, a 5th grade boy with facial differences who is attending a mainstream elementary school for the first time. In addition to facial differences, he also has trouble with his heart, seeing and hearing.
My name is Augie Pullman. Next week, I start 5th grade. And since I've never been to real school before, I'm pretty much totally petrified.
I'll see you later.
Okay, you don't want to walk up with your parents because it's not cool.
But you're cool.
I know I am, but technically most dads aren't. Neither of these helmets.
Dear God, please make them be nice to him.
I know I'm not an ordinary 10-year-old kid. I've had 27 surgeries. They've helped me to breathe, to see, to hear without a hearing aid, but none of them have made me look ordinary.
Incubator, Bunsen burners. Oh, and this is an eraser.
You know what an eraser is, right?
Look at his face. I've never seen anything that ugly in my life.
If I looked like him, I'd swear I'd put a hood over my face.
I know.
As we can see, Augie's helmet hides his face, which separates him from the dominant culture, because he's allowed to feel safe and not worry about judgment. Augie was also homeschooled all of his life. That separation from the dominant culture has allowed him to feel more comfortable by himself, but also it has hurt him as now going into the mainstream public school system, he is struggling with social norms and making friends. Next, we will talk about accommodation. Accommodation is persuading the dominant group to incorporate the experiences of the muted group. We will watch a clip from Atypical, which is a Netflix original about Max, a senior in high school on the autism spectrum. In this scene, Max's girlfriend advocates on his behalf for a silent school dance.
internet. Well, for my boyfriend, Sam, life is always like that, all the time. You see, Sam has autism, which makes it really difficult for him to deal with situations where there's large groups of people and loud noises and unpredictable lighting. But should that mean that Sam is excluded from really fun things like high school dances that his girlfriend also really, really, really wants to go to? No, it doesn't. So, ladies and gentlemen, I present to you Silent Night, an autism-friendly dance that is 100% silent.
I guess this is all your idea.
No, I don't know anything about it. I didn't even know Sam was interested in going to the dance.
And I already know what you're thinking. I mean, silent, that's crazy. What about the music, right? Well, there is going to be music. It will be piped in through wireless headphones. And I've already spoken to the people at Techtropolis, and they said that they would be willing to donate headphones for this event, which is super cool of them. So, in conclusion, I think that Newton High should be a place that's inclusive of all students.
From that clip, we can analyze that accommodation in today's society would be seen as quite extreme. But it is possible to work with others to make everyone feel comfortable. Paige at the end says inclusive of all students. And that is what our world should work to be inclusive of everyone. I do have a few critiques of the theory and action in media. Although all of these boys were a part of a muted group, they did not portray everyone that is a part of that muted group. All of the males were white, and they were also pretty young, all under 18. But not all people portrayed are white males. We also see that women and many people of different races and ethnicities also have disabilities. According to the National Autism Society, 2 boys are diagnosed with autism to every 1 girl. And according to SpectrumNews.org, white children are 19% more likely to be diagnosed with autism, but some believe that is due to a lack of resources to some other communities. I'm curious how the media portrayal of women and people of other races would change some of the stories being heard. After all, doesn't everyone's story matter?